Alongside Grant Hill and Brent Barry, I'm Brian Anderson. Also with us tonight, our reporter, Allie LaForce. You look at the Pistons.
I mean, this season series has been all them so far. They've been one step ahead the entire way. That has their confidence riding high coming into this matchup.
Now here's Cunningham. And here's Ivey from... the arc. Drops in the three. You know, on paper, this looks like a lopsided matchup, but anything can happen in the NBA, Grant.
That is the truth. I mean, that's why they play the games. One guy gets hot, a team gets cold. That's all it takes to swing the entire outcome of a game.
And Harper gets it to go.
Oh, you gotta love the back and forth, showing real confidence at the arc.
Well, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
And here's Walt. He'll bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Jordi Fernandez. I asked him what's the key to slowing down Cade Cunningham. Coach said, quote, not letting him get clean looks inside the arc. Cade is a terrific mid-range shooter and a solid finisher inside, so we just have to get a hand in his face on every shot. Limiting his production could be the difference in this game.
Thank you for that, Allie. Now here's Wall. A steady force on their offense, recording around 14 and a half a game. Hill with the steal. Here's Ivey. Perfect night so far, 2 for 2.
Just finding room to go to work inside. Ivey really relies on his physical abilities to get a close-range shot.
Pass to Whitehead. Puts up a three. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
And it's good for 2.
Yeah, Thompson's got a very strong frame, so he's just shrugging off the deep.
And it's Brooklyn ball. They trail by 1. And make no mistake, Cade Cunningham is the engine of this team, Grant.
Man, his vision and playmaking are crucial to the offense. Coach trusts him to make the right reads and set up his teammates. He has cut down on mistakes and is rounding into an elite point guard.
Offense clicking early here, 3 for 4 to start this one.
Here's Ivey. And there's the drive. And the powerful one-handed slam.
And this is what makes Ivey special, his ability to finish with power at the rim.
Here's Harper. Right now averaging 5.5 a game. Can't hit from in close. Here's Thompson. Oh,
yes, sir.
Wow.
Flying high, Ausar Thompson. I wish I still had hops like that.
Wall looking over the floor. Pass to Harper. Shot clock at 6. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
B.A., the one-hand dunk just looks so fluid.
Yeah, absolutely. Even smooth when he's powering it home like that. Here's Ivey. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. All right, Grant, I have to ask you, has there ever been a more intimidating team than the old bad boy Pistons?
Well, they weren't fancy, but they played hard and they played physical basketball. Every team that faced those Detroit teams knew they were in for a battle.
Now here's Wall. A steady force on their offense, recording around 14 and a half a game.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
Well, he's going to just keep going now. That's early confidence for him.
A nice shot by Ivey.
And now, almost all their points coming from the paint.
Pass to Claxton. And there's 1:45 left in the first quarter here. From deep, Johnson sinks it from distance.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
Here's Duren. Ivy outside. Second shot opportunity. Here's Hill. Pass to Cunningham. And another shot. Back to Hill. And stolen by Claxton. And now the Nets on the break. Here's Harper. Offline with a 3. The Pistons trailing. And stolen by Williams. Here's Johnson. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. Cade Cunningham picks that one up.
I like that Johnson keeps his intensity. He doesn't let the foul stop him.
So both teams making some changes here.
That's a strange trip because typically he's pretty much money from there.
Sharp grabs the miss. Sasser outside. Over Clarkson. .29 seconds left to play in the first. 5 to shoot. To the middle. It's picked off. Here's Holland. Into the lane. Dunks it hard with one hand. Wow, he makes it look easy.
They keep capturing the lead, then giving it back. We'll see if they can hold on to it this time.
Well, you can tell they really want to increase this lead. They can't keep letting them take it from them.
Johnson for 3. He drops it from range. Johnson's gotten a second bucket on the night. The first quarter all wrapped up, and it's been an exciting game so far. Nets out in front. The
Pistons, 17.
And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Nets.
Yeah, their early focus on outside scoring has paid off. They're finding plenty of points from three-point land.
Well, not only that, but you love how unselfish they've been to start this game. That's going to get all the guys in a great flow and feeling good. So moving that ball around and scoring off assists, that's a nice way to play.
Where's the rim protection? That's just too easy for him.
Stolen by Sharp. Here's Whitehead. There's a screen. The kick out to Johnson. Clock at 4. Here's Sharp. The Nets need to get off a shot here. Fires the 3. That one doesn't drop. Pistons trail by 4. Pass to Holland. Clarkson outside. And there's the rejection. And it's going to be out of bounds. Detroit will have another go. And we played just over a minute of basketball in the second quarter. And here's Sasser. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Pass to Clowney. 6 on the shot clock. Outside Sharp. Here's Whitehead. Ooh, it's stolen. And it's Jordan Clarkson with the foul. That's his first foul of the game.
I love great defense. Just quick to establish his feet, and he takes the hit.
Brooklyn leading by 4. Sasser outside. Here's Sharp. Oh, a great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and a nasty jam.
He does that so well. At his size, he's always a threat to throw it down.
It's stolen by Johnson. Fast break, Brooklyn. Sasser outside. Beyond the arc. Here's Holland. Throw it down on the breakaway jam.
Got to give him credit for jumping on the ball and making the most at the other end.
Boy, inexcusable at this point of the game. They got to be more composed in these moments.
And how about the sequence in its entirety? Momentum swing, and you love the effort here.
Sasser gets the bucket.
It's pretty much not how they want to bend the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
That one goes. Count it. Holland's got 4 points this quarter. And this is a star-driven league. But talk about the importance of role players, Grant.
Oh, B.A., a lot of times they're the ones who carry the day. You know what you'll get from your stars, but when the X factor ignites, that can make the difference.
Brooklyn pulls it in.
He creates such a great opportunity right at the rim, and he just can't get it to go. Even with the defense not really a factor. It took a little bit of time, but now he's taking the pen off the cap and putting his mark on this game.
And J.B. Bickerstaff decides to call timeout. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over. Pistons trail up by 8. Here's Cunningham. The shot misses. Nice D from Brown. And so it's Williams with it. He brings it up to Brooklyn. They lead by 8. Biggest lead of the game. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Well, Simone Fontecchio, a name some may struggle with, but as well as he's played, get to know it. Actually, his teammates nicknamed him Tech. He said, when I first got to the NBA, they started calling me that, and I was like, guys, I don't like it. No one's ever called me that. But then it stuck to me. Now I like it. Brian?
Yeah, now you have to like it. All right, great story, Allie. Shot's good by Hill.
They have no answer defensively inside.
Sasser with the ball. Now guarded by Duren.
That's the kind of passing you want there. Work the ball around, keep it moving, try to get an assist on every bucket.
Cunningham on the take. Out to Thompson. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
Yeah, if Ausar is anywhere near the hoop, he's got one thing on his mind, and that is jams.
And Brent, two of the best athletes in the league are brothers, Ausar and Amen Thompson.
These guys are absolutely off the charts in terms of their elite ability to get up off the floor. And how high can you fly?
Impressive!
Wow!
B.A., forget about attempting the long-range three to cut into that lead. Just attack the rim, my man.
Man, that was sweet. To the inside. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Now just a 5-point Nets lead.
Good work down low. I mean, I like how confident Thompson is from this area.
Sasser drives in. Pass to Clowney. And stolen by Cunningham. Here's the break. Ball's going up the court. Duren with the bucket.
Selfless play there by Thompson, recognizing when someone has a better look than he does.
Here's Clowney. Back to Sasser. Just 5 to shoot. Pass to Johnson. Takes the 3. Sasser can't hit.
Gotta love how they've been crashing the boards, fighting hard for every miss.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Ivy. Again gets it to go. He can't miss. 5 for 5.
This run has been fueled by their matador defense.
Sasser left side. Outside, Williams. Hill with the steal. And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. Brooklyn out in front. They're up by 1. And we'll be right back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. See you in just a bit. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. Out to the right wing. Here's Wall. Claxton down low. Soft touch off the glass. Claxton's got his first points of the game.
Assertive move. You can tell the game's heating up a bit.
Just getting it to the ready-to-fire guy. It's great recognition from Cade.
And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Hey, if you can't block it, sending him to the line can be the next best thing.
And so Wall nails them both. Pistons trail up by 3. Shot's good by Hill. Hill's got 6.
That's 10 straight points they've given up in the painted area.
Pass to Whitehead. Johnson on the wing. Here's Whitehead. The 3. Knocks it down from distance. 6 points for him.
That's one of the best three-point shooters. You got to try to scramble the Jets right here and get that guy off the sweet spot.
Kicks it out to Cunningham. The 3 is up. Cunningham attacks for 3.
And competitive spirit coming out of Cade Cunningham right now.
And Jordi Fernandez calls timeout. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. Brooklyn with the ball. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. To the left wing. Here's Harper. And a miss there on the triple. The Pistons trailing. Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. Here's Ivy. And he misses the go-ahead basket.
Yeah, just the first miss of the half there. They have to be happy. 3 of 4 to start it off.
Inside. Whitehead. And he goes in for the dunk.
There are only a few players who can hit a teammate like that in stride. Beautiful assist.
Here's Hill. And Detroit again with the bucket.
Yeah, they've only missed 1 out of their first 5 shots here in the second half, guys. Their offense really moving well, ball snapping, and the shooting looks to be in great rhythms.
There's a screen by Johnson. Pass to Harper. 6 to shoot. Fires from 14. Fires for 3. A rebound by Detroit.
And they've been able to maintain this lead despite his inconsistency from the field.
Now here's Thompson. Back to Ivy.
Next foul. First personal foul. First team foul.
Nets on D. They lead by 1.
I'm open right here.
Up top Hill. 5 on the clock. And that misses. That would have put him up. Here's Whitehead. Give him 8 points now. Ball for 3. And the three-pointer goes. Ball's got 10 points.
That's just tremendous scoring instinct. So fun to watch him work in the half court.
No debate there. He got hammered.
Detroit shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
Shooting 2.
And so he hits both.
Now you can tell he's feeling confident right now at the line, and when he's on, he can be lights out.
Sasser left side. There's the screen by Johnson. Johnson on the wing. Back to Sasser. Over to the wing. Here's Whitehead. And again, it's Brooklyn from deep.
Back-to-back threes, making their defense work on the perimeter a bit.
And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
Timeout. B.A., I'm not sure he should be flaunting around the rim like that with this game so close.
Oh, it's risky, but it sure did look good. And Detroit making a change here. Brooklyn leading by 3. Now Sasser. The kick out to Johnson. Back to Sasser. Over Clarkson. And Detroit making a change here.
2 seconds. Pistons substitution. Number 31. Number 24.
There's the screen by Johnson. Clock at 6. Lets it go from deep. Here's Sasser. No good on the triple.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Pass to Holland. Rebounded by Johnson. The Nets with a lead. We've got 1:13 left to play in the third quarter here. Here's Claxton. Back to Johnson. And here is Williams. Pass to Johnson. 16 feet out. Sasser outside. Outside Johnson. Back to Sasser. Here's Claxton. Brooklyn, no good that time either.
Looks like the game plan is they're willing to give him that kind of shot. It worked out for them this time, but if they give it to him again, I bet 3 points are coming.
Making sure of it with the two-hand slam, B.A.
Yeah, I don't blame him. With the score this tight, you cannot take a chance here. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Pass to Holland for the lead. And it's good on the lay-in. Holland's got 8.
More points coming from inside. In that respect, they've been the more aggressive team.
Sasser drives in. The layup misses. He gets it up. Oh, it would have counted had it fallen, but it is offline. And we've reached the end of the third quarter.
The Pistons, 50.
Well, this has been a great contest so far. I imagine the fourth quarter could have more action in store for us. The Pistons leading. Pass to Holland. Shoots over Johnson. Clarkson, left side. And the call will be against Nicholas Claxton. That's his first foul. And Detroit making a change here. Here's Holland. Loiso drains the triple. And the Pistons lead by 4.
Pretty much no one's going to pass up a shot like that so much for the defense.
Here's Wall. Clarkson grabs a miss. To the paint. Throws it down, and the official calls a foul. It may be a three-point play. It's going to be on Cameron Johnson. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Pistons.
Well, you love their unselfish play. Keeping that ball moving, good shot to great. That's winning basketball.
Well, we've also seen them being very aggressive down in the paint. All game long, they've been hunting down those inside points.
Looks like they're gaining some confidence here in crunch time.
And right now is when you have to lay it on the line. Between the two teams, they've clearly been the aggressor.
Clarkson, right side. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
Oh, gritty defense. Protecting the rim at all costs against a guy who has all sorts of ways to finish.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
First personal foul. First team foul.
About a minute and a half into the fourth now. Wall with it. The kick out to Johnson. It's stolen by Clarkson.
The over and back call, always avoidable.
So you want to get your coach fired up? Do something like that right there. That kind of loss of concentration will drive your coach crazy.
Shot clock at 5. The Pistons need to get one up quick. Off target with the 3. Nets trailed by 9. And they go to the intentional foul.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
And Jordi Fernandez calls timeout. He's looking to make some very important adjustments here. So both teams changing it up here. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Well, over the break, I listened in on Jordi Fernandez's huddle. And Coach challenged the team, asking them to bring the fight inside, telling them to play with pride, telling the team, you're getting bullied near the hoop. Let's see if it works, guys.
Thanks for that, Allie.
Good job hitting the glass. They're +8 in rebounding.
Well, there's more he could have done in this game for sure, but it hasn't kept them from pulling ahead.
Here's Wall. Pass to Claxton. Back to Wall. They need this. And it's good on the layup.
Yeah, that's one way to get back into this game. Keep getting him the ball and let him make the shots.
Here's Cunningham. And he's going to the line for two. The official saw contact while he was going up.
Cunningham with that #1 selection. Lots of expectations for him, so a steep learning curve to get to the level that he wants to play at, but he's got a great work ethic and he's going to give you his best effort every night.
Outside Wall. And Wall gets double teamed. And stolen by Cunningham. For the finish. All alone. Cunningham finishing the break.
And Cade Cunningham has his fingerprints all over sequences like that.
Outside Johnson. Pass to Harper. There's the three. The rebound by Detroit.
Not a way to get out of a funk. He needs to be looking for good, solid, more efficient shots, not the wild